Hey everybody, back with Fallout 76, and we're on the healing character, as the title goes. Been trying to level this character up. Well, I haven't it's very leveled up. It's level 10 or something. But yeah. I went through the entire settler quest line. I kind of screwed them over a bit, which is fine because, I spent that 1,000 gold and well, I got at least one piece of the solar armor, because if you're going to be a healer, you kind of need the solar armor, at least to do it really effectively. Um, Kind of underwhelmed with how it looks. I mean, it's just scout armor with a bunch of leaves thrown all over it. And this one I got is actually worse than my regular scout armor chest piece. This is what I got. Like, exterminators, less limb damage, and radiation resistance. Which, even with deep pocketed, is not very good. I put deep pocketed on it thinking it might make it more worth it, but compared to my mutants, ammo weighs less, and radiation resistance regular chest piece, yeah. So, I don't know.
At your service, ma'am.
I don't recommend doing a launcher build. It's just, I don't know, it's just not worth it. Launchers are extremely kind of weak in this game. It's not that they're weak, it's just that, like, the damage doesn't calculate properly. Or enemies have such a high explosion resistance that it doesn't really matter, how high the weapon damage is. And it's nighttime, of course it is. It's always nighttime when I play. Every time I get on. So, like, here's what I mean. That one actually works. So, I have this. Where is it? Yes. A quad broadsider, right? Why it's VATS, I don't know. But it's the only quad broadsider I ever had, right? And it should do around 400 some damage a hit. Six shots before I have to reload because of quad and the multi-shot canister. This thing should be extremely powerful. It's not. You shoot an enemy, you do like 50 damage. Something is wrong with the explosive damage in this game. The only one that I found that works is actually a 2-shot missile launcher. Now, and this is doing over 1,000 damage, and I find that this works
okay.
because of how the missile, as long as you don't directly hit whatever you're shooting at, right? Which is true for all the launcher weapons. But for some reason, 2-shot on a missile launcher actually makes the explosion damage work. Don't know why. And I got this Executioner's auto grenade launcher, which is okay, not great. Yeah. Yeah. It's made to be a healer build, so combat, I don't know. It's not really great. So much stuff happening at this camp now. See, do I have... Ah, crap. Did I lose my Vault Steel? Oh, no. Wait. There it is. For some reason, you can only get, like, 5 a day. Which is really dumb, because, like, the chest piece for this, solar armor costs 10. So, why... Like, that's just unnecessary grind. In my opinion. Like, I don't mind grind. I've said this before, but unnecessary grind is really... Ugh. Because you get Vault Steel from Murger now, because the Vault Raid is closed. So, I don't know. Hey, I'll show you. Oop. This is also a character I have every mutation on. Well, technically every mutation. You can't have two certain mutations at the same time. Like, you can't have carnivore and herbivore at the same time. Yeah, you go here. To Murga. And she'll have Vault Steel. It's in between these two at the top here. You can only buy 5 a day. It's like, that's so... Ugh. Bah. Oh, also, if you're gonna do a launcher build... it's not worth it. It's not worth it trying to do a launcher build. Because, every launcher requires so many materials just to make some form of rocket. Except the broadsider. Broadsider, all you need is lead. But the broadsider's awful. Unless you just want to spam... Unless you have a quad one that you can just spam shots out of. Let's see, is there any public event up? So we can try to earn some gold treasure. There is nothing. Alright. There's not even a regular event up. I mean, there's an Enclave event, but... I have no idea what to do. Hmm. Wow, there's actually nothing... There's actually no event going on this server. So, yeah, let's just quit out of that server because... My god. It's the first time I've seen no events going on a server. Let's try this again. Hopefully it doesn't put me back in the same one. Man, 6 minutes. This video is going awful. Oh well. I don't know. Game still needs a lot of work. Like, Wastelanders was a great start. Like, the game's finally out of beta, I would say. And now, it still needs work. Like, launcher weapons need to actually do damage. They need to come up with a better system of grinding. We need actual dungeon content to do. Because they said they're going to do a looking for group finder, so that means, okay. Yeah, I said that they needed that for a while. But what group content do we have? The raid's gone. We shall go into the Capitol building. Because that's kind of like a dungeon. It's either this or the burrows. The only dungeons in the game. Technically, the burrows is the only real dungeon in the game. This is just something that happens to sort of be dungeon-like. And I'll show you guys that this broadsider, despite supposed to be doing 500 some damage, does nothing. And you have to treat it like it's... You have to spam it. You have to spam it for it to work. And I also need to get, like, the grind for solar armor to get every piece is going to be insane. I think you need like 6,000 gold or something to get all of it with the mask, because you have to have the mask. Oh, there it worked. A sneak attack, somehow. See, 100 damage. Damage numbers on this aren't working, I can tell you that. Take off Ghoulish, maybe? Nah. Keep Ghoulish on, because we're fighting ghouls. Good thing about the quad broadsider, though, you don't have to reload it 4 times. I swear it does more damage to me. Despite having danger close on. Right, danger close? No, fireproof. It's like... This thing makes no sense. I'm in combat, so... I'm not getting healed. Ah, hello. I just realized Ghoulish isn't healing me. Like, that's how you have to treat it. This is a spam weapon. Do I have a stim pack? Okay. Oh, I do have stim packs. Hello. Oh, and it broke. Hey! That's another thing you have to watch out for with your explosive or launcher weapons. Keep saying explosive, but that means something different. Good thing I have one of those. Alright. Yeah, I brought this to a queen fight. Don't bring this to a queen fight. Even trying to clear up mobs with this thing was not... Oof, the lag. Was not great. I mean, this is fun to use, but it's not a very good weapon. Oh, jeez. Ow. Game, you interrupted my... Oh! Did not expect him. I heard the running and I thought it was below, but... Ow. Alright. Maybe I should have the limb damage on. Let's just see how broken this thing is. Oh, we're... That's not it. Oh, it's almost broken again. That's another problem with launchers, is they break extremely fast. Surprisingly decent in VATS. Huh. The last one in. Hey, legendary. An okay 50 cal. And I'm out of that. What else I got? Shotgun. That's it for launcher ammo. Wow, there's very little launchers in the game. I just realized that. You got, what? I think I have them all on me. You have the missile launcher. You got the broadsider. Wow. Nearly broken again. You got the auto grenade launcher. And you got the M79. And you got the Fat Man. And every single one of them is not very good. The Fat Man's okay. Like, if you just want to... I don't know. This Fat Man's really good. Because I find that this actually does damage to the Queen. More than it should. And I'm hoping that with the Merv launcher, it's actually going to work really good because like launching this thing at the Queen, I tested it. It does like 300 damage a hit, surprisingly, which is a lot less than it should be doing. But the Queen has such high resistances. But with the anti-armor perk and the 10% when aiming, it actually works. So I'm hoping that the Merv will work better because it's launching multiple projectiles. So, yeah. And 500 isn't amazing damage to the Queen. Like, I've seen, bloodied combat rifles, in stealth do like 1,000 a hit. So, or that one guy that one-shot the Queen back when the meat hook was severely overpowered. I mean, he did it with like tons of buffs, but he still did it. That's not the one. This one. Yeah, let's go get rid of that 50 cal. It's not a great 50 cal. I mean, Executioners is a weird one, where it is a 50% increase in damage. However, I feel like that's a lot better versus bosses than it is against any regular enemy. And maybe Executioners is going to become really good in the future. Maybe, like, you'll want that increase of damage, Maybe they're going to make bosses and, dungeons and actual, good content to run, with a group. Because Wastelanders, technically, Wastelanders has no endgame. There was no, I mean, the Window of Colossus, but there's no real endgame with Wastelanders. There was no big dungeon added, which I thought that, this place, Watoga Underground, if you notice the symbol, this like teardrop with a circle around it, this is the same as the Burrows, because the Burrows has that symbol as well. So I thought that this meant dungeon, because the Burrows was one of basically the first dungeon they ever added. Do people do it still? No, I mean I do. Yeah. Can't buy any legendary weapons. Really like I don't know, some type of better auto grenade launcher. So I get rid of that. Yeah, it's not good. If it was then, like, I don't really care what prefixes are on the solar armor because I'm mainly going after the the 5-set piece, but I feel that piece I got was really bad. As long as I don't get an assassin's one or an unyielding one, because unyielding would actually defeat the purpose of the armor. Well, not really. Unyielding might actually be interesting because you get bonuses when you're at high health and when you're at low health. So yeah, maybe unyielding would be something to look at for the solar armor. Should do now. Let's go to the old spot, and then I'm actually gonna end it here. It's only been 20 some minutes, but I'm out of ammo with the primary gun I use because it's yeah. But can you add that attachment? Give it armor piercing. You tease this thing, but in Murga's shop. But meh.
Watoga Emergency Medical Services is here to help. Speak to our...
You're wondering what shotgun this is. It's Salt of the Earth, which was one of the survival reward weapons, and not a bad one. A lot of people said that all those weapons were bad, but Salt of the Earth isn't too terrible. I mean, it's 2-shot, 10% damage when aiming, faster reload, which it's not terrible.
Deputy, what are you waiting for?
This character is not a shotgun build, so yeah, it's not a bad. What broke? My left leg? No. Armor breaks too fast in this game, even with White Knight. Alright. You legendary? No, you're just crowned. Why that guy came in here, I don't know. After the same things I'm after, which is the double mini nukes on the roof, is the real reason I came up here. Hopefully they both spawned. Oh, my one character, I have 6 mini nukes, I gotta get to this one.
Protect and serve.
1 mini nuke. And you jump here on this. You can do this jump without marsupial, but you just have to land. If you want to do this jump without marsupial, you have to run and just aim for this. Aim for that, and you should get on it. You also get power armor. There's power armor up there, and power armor up here where I'm going. Mini nuke. Hey, mini nuke. Perfect. Now we have 2 shots. And that would be 8 whenever I transfer the ammo over from the one character. If you don't know how to transfer stuff between characters, I'll tell you real quick before ending the video. What you do is, if you don't have a friend to do it, right? You play solo, you don't have any friends to play this game. Now, I'm guessing this will only work on Xbox and PlayStation, so if you're a PC player, I'm sorry. What you do is you find a recent person. You know, someone who was in a server. You add them to your friends list. Not the game's friends list. You add them to your Xbox friends list, right? And then that they basically become a node, right? Which you can basically join. So you leave all your stuff in a container. Make sure that both of your characters are in the same spot so you can grab it easily. Like, you know, if you have your camp at a, you know, somewhere you can easily grab things, maybe at a train station or something that's not populated. Yeah, just put a bunch of stuff in a container, leave, go to your friends list, hit join game, join, and then join. And there you go, you can get stuff between characters very easily. You just have to hope that they don't log off in between the times that you are transferring,
Like for
because then you can lose all your stuff.
here. Please note deadly weapons.
I use this place, the washer here.
Response. If you are not satisfied with your gift, this
So yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. See you later.